Okay, let's be totally honest for a second here. Have you ever caught yourself in the mirror, turned to the side, noticed your back looks completely flat, and just sighed? You probably thought to yourself, well, it's just bad genetics, right? Some guys are naturally born with that wide, powerful, V-tapered back, and I'm just not. If you've ever felt that frustration, stick around, because today we are tearing down that excuse entirely.
Here is the blunt truth. It's not your genetics, it's your training. Seriously, your back isn't flat because of your DNA, it's flat because you're making a few very specific, invisible mistakes every single time you work out. And honestly, the worst part is that most guys have absolutely zero idea they're even doing them. But today, we're going to change all of that.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into some fantastic source material that shows exactly how to build a 3D back using only calisthenics. We're talking no fancy machines, no heavy deadlifts, just your own body weight and the right technique. I absolutely love breaking down topics like this because the solutions are just so incredibly direct.
So, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll bust the bad genetics myth. Second, we'll cover the 3 silent gains killers. Then, we dive into how to build width, followed by how to build thickness, and we'll wrap it all up with a solid 2-month blueprint.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the bad genetics myth. Stop blaming your DNA.
The source material drops some pretty incredible news right off the bat. You are not doomed to have a flat back forever. Once you pinpoint the mistakes in your routine, the fixes are actually remarkably simple. And the best part, if you implement what we're talking about today, you'll start seeing visible, undeniable changes in your back in just 1 to 2 months. It doesn't take years to fix this, it just takes the right knowledge applied consistently.
Moving on to Section 2, 3 silent gains killers and exactly why your back won't grow.
Before we build, we gotta stop breaking our own progress, right? The source points out 3 massive pitfalls. Number 1, your arms are doing all the work. Number 2, you have a weak mind-muscle connection. And number 3, you are completely skipping back thickness. Look, if you're missing the mark on even one of these, your back is always going to look flat. Let's unpack these a bit.
Let's focus on that mind-muscle connection for a second. I know it sounds like a total fitness buzzword, but trust me, it's an absolute physical requirement for muscle growth. It means consciously focusing on squeezing and engaging your back on every single rep. If you do a set of pull-ups and the only thing burning is your biceps, well, your lats are barely working. You're essentially just training your arms more than your back, and your back is never going to grow like that.
Think about it. Are you just ego lifting, flapping around on the bar, moving your body from point A to point B just to get the reps over with? Or are you actually training the muscle? If you can't feel your back working during a movement, you're just moving weight. You have to stop rushing the movement and start forcing the target muscle to do the actual heavy lifting. Plus, that third gains killer was skipping thickness altogether. Most guys only do pull-ups for width and then wonder why they look completely 2D. We need to fix both dimensions, starting with width.
All right, Section 3, how to build width and unlock those lats.
Now, pull-ups are arguably one of the best exercises on the planet for building wide lats. That V shape you want, it comes from this exact movement. But, as we've established, most guys do them completely wrong. They grab the bar, they pull with their arms, their biceps take over, and the back stays totally flat. So how do we actually fix it?
The real secret comes down to one single mental cue. The source emphasizes a complete mindset shift. Stop thinking about pulling yourself up with your hands. Instead, think about driving your elbows down toward your hips. Visualize your hands as just meat hooks attached to the bar, and the only joint that matters is your elbow driving down. That tiny, simple change immediately shifts the tension right out of your biceps and slams it directly into your lats. It's a total game changer. But hey, a good mental cue only gets you so far. Your form has to be completely flawless. Here are the absolute non-negotiables for your pull-ups. You must use a full range of motion. That means going all the way down until your arms are straight and all the way up. No half reps. Absolutely no swinging or throwing your knees up for momentum. You need to feel the stretch at the bottom and the squeeze at the top during every single repetition. To build that real width, you're going to take this strict form and knock out 3 sets all the way to failure.
Next up, Section 4, how to build thickness and add some real depth to your back. Here's the deal. Width makes you look huge from the front, sure, but thickness, that's what makes you look powerful from the side. Width alone still leaves you with a flat-looking back. While pull-ups give you that wide flare,
Rows and chin-ups are what actually build the thickness, the depth, and that true 3D look. You absolutely must have both.
To actually get this done, the source recommends 2 specific calisthenics moves. First up, Australian pull-ups, which are essentially bodyweight rows. You lie underneath a low bar or even just a sturdy table at home. Keep your body straight and pull your chest upward. This directly targets the mid-back, making it look fuller and thicker from every angle. Second, add in chin-ups. By simply switching to an underhand grip, you put way more focus on your lower lats and your upper back. This perfectly fills out those blind spots that regular pull-ups just miss.
And just like we talked about with regular pull-ups, execution is literally everything here. For both Australian pull-ups and chin-ups, you have got to focus on slow, controlled reps. Do not rush the movement just to hit some arbitrary number. Embrace that mind-muscle connection. Get that full range of motion, really squeeze the mid-back, and do 3 sets of each to failure.
Which brings us to Section 5, the 2-month blueprint, your literal action plan.
Okay, get ready because this is your screenshot moment right here. Here is your highly effective equipment-light routine. You're going to start with standard pull-ups to build width in the lats. Remember to drive those elbows down, doing 3 sets to failure. Then you move right into Australian pull-ups for mid-back thickness, 3 sets to failure. Finally, finish the whole shebang off with chin-ups for the lower lats and upper back. Again, 3 sets to failure. It is so incredibly simple but rigorously effective if your form is dialed in.
And the magic number here, 2. You literally just need to stick to this exact plan consistently for 2 months. If you can ditch the ego, fix your form, lock in that mind-muscle connection, and attack these 3 movements, the source guarantees your back will look completely different in just 8 weeks.
So look, we've totally dismantled the bad genetics myth today. You know the exact mistakes to avoid, the mental cues to use, and you have the complete step-by-step calisthenics blueprint sitting right in front of you. There are literally no more excuses left. The only question that remains is this. You have the blueprint. Are you ready to put in the work?